Collins. Hello everybody, welcome to Chikra Yoga's February newsletter.
Hi.
Hi. So we're looking at what's going on this month. What's notable this month?
Lots and lots of stuff is notable this month actually.
What's happening?
Should we start off with the month itself, February. The month of love in commercial terms anyway.
That's true.
Valentine's Day, yeah.
Valentine's Day. So we've got Valentine's Day coming up, but you know what? The thing is, it is very commercial.
It is.
It's always about, I think it's just a way for card shops to sell cards and a way for, I mean, everything is about selling everything with hearts on. It's ridiculous, right?
I agree. I think the notion behind it, which is kind of celebrating love, is good, but I almost feel like, and as cheesy as it sounds, every day should be Valentine's Day. So the way you treat your partner on Valentine's Day should actually be how much effort you put into your relationship every single day.
So what is the point of it?
I think it's a commercial thing.
Is it purely commercial?
It's a commercial thing. It gives people a chance to buy things and
make up for not doing anything for the rest of the year.
Yeah, book nice restaurants, nice trips.
Yeah, it's a commercial thing. But what if you're not in a relationship? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are not in relationships. How do they deal with Valentine's Day? Is it something that they're excluded from?
Well, they shouldn't be. And actually, this is maybe something for us to think about. So if we have any single friends, for example, why don't we make sure we also drop them a message on Valentine's Day and just see how they're doing and tell them that they are loved? Because at the end of the day, if we take away what Valentine's Day is all about, which is spreading love, showing your love, because often we do love people but we just don't show it, and that's very natural.
I suppose then you could do it with family and friends, right?
Exactly.
Like Valentine's Day it's about love. If it's about love, then you love your family, you love your friends, you love your dog. You know, it's not about a partner and a partner, it's about you loving. But what about yourself?
Exactly.
Shouldn't it also be about giving yourself some love?
I like that.
Right?
I think
so you're going to give yourself a hug on Valentine's Day, even if you have a partner, but also remember to love yourself, no?
Absolutely. I think that's the most important type of love, actually.
Loving yourself.
Self-love. Because if you don't love yourself, you won't know how to love anyone else.
That's deep.
It's true.
It is true. What about loving children more?
Loving children, loving all children in the world, and also even just loving your environment. So when you're going out on Valentine's Day, make sure you don't litter. Specifically, love your environment. And that's not just for Valentine's Day, that's for every day. Actually.
So you're talking about people throwing rubbish on the floor. That's not loving nature. Loving nature.
Exactly.
Right? Loving nature.
Exactly.
So on Valentine's Day, just make a conscious effort to love. Go hug a tree.
Just hug.
Go hug a tree.
And love.
Be vegetarian on Valentine's Day.
Be vegetarian every day, please, if you can.
Yeah, that's cool, right? Like on Valentine's, if you're a meat eater, then on Valentine's Day, why don't you just, for that day, don't eat meat? And then just love nature as well, right? And what about loving God on Valentine's Day?
Loving God is key, definitely.
Yeah, it is key, right?
Definitely.
You know, they say in yoga that yoga is the science of union, the science of connecting souls to souls and souls to God. So on Valentine's Day, you're actually practicing yoga because you're connecting with another person or another thing. So that's actually yoga. And also, I'd say, I'm very pro-yoga, obviously, but every time you practice yoga, you're connecting with yourself. So you're unifying with you and you're unifying with God. So just doing yoga on Valentine's Day is so much about love too.
Definitely.
And what about the kids thing? So I was telling Neka earlier about something I have to update everybody on, and that's that at Chikra Yoga, last year, towards the end of last year, we raised around £2,000 for the orphanage in India that Sohani goes to, that some of you know about. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, yeah.
And we got some smart screens.
Yeah.
So basically what we've done is we treated the kids to these two massive digital classrooms where they get these screens which are totally interactive. They can learn handwriting on them, they can see animated educational movies on them, the teacher can reach the whole of the class with them, show videos, do so many different things with these smart screens. So the kids are in these orphanages but got those digital screens up, doing so much. So thank you everybody for contributing your money towards helping the kids. Every single penny went to the orphanage and went to the children. Chikri didn't take anything, all we did was facilitate getting it out there.
Good. No, that's brilliant. We've got a comment here. Chandni Jetwal, why do we need a specific day to emphasise this? This should all happen regardless of it being Valentine's Day.
That's exactly what Neka was saying, Chandni, that we don't need a specific day for Valentine's Day. And Neka was saying that it's such a commercial thing, and that's why I think it is happening like that, is because it's commercial for people. And if you're loving people all year, then all year is Valentine's Day. Maybe you can love them a little bit more on Valentine's Day. But yeah, every day of the week should be Valentine's Day.
For sure.
Yeah, so I'll let you know a little bit about the orphanage and what you can donate. If any of you want to look after, that's okay, Chani. If any of you want to look after an orphan in another country, I think that's the best Valentine's. Hey, what about that? What about a Valentine's Day gift of sponsoring a child?
Absolutely.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Is that Valentine's Day too?
I mean, although as long as they know the orphan's for life and not just for Valentine's Day.
That's true. That's true. An orphan is for life, not for Valentine's Day. So if you want to sponsor or donate to the orphanage on Valentine's, that's a beautiful gift of love. And it's just as credible as anything else that you see out there. So we've got Valentine's Day covered there, I think. That's beautiful.
That's good. So I've got some Love Mind Yoga quotes here. I'm just looking through them. And I'll share some with you. So, whether you give your heart unconditionally to one person or to the world, God is only looking at one heart in the evaluation of your life.
So whether you give your heart to one person, whether you're in a relationship or whether you just love the world at large, God is only looking at one person in the evaluation of your life. So it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. If you're just a generous person that wants to give your love to everybody and help orphanages and help children or just help everybody, that's the same thing. God is just looking at your heart, not who you love or what you love, just you. So, right?
Absolutely.
So go ahead and do your thing on Valentine's Day. Just go and help some people. That's all love too. You know, there's another thing I'll tell you about that Chiku is doing on this newsletter. Is we are going to the London School of Economics next week.
Next week on Wednesday.
On Wednesday to do a talk on
mindfulness and meditation.
Yeah, I mean, tell me why you think it's important for universities to have mindfulness and meditation.
So I think obviously students going through uni, there's a lot of pressure, there's exams, there's job applications, there's, you know, socializing, there's taking part in societies, there's so much going on at university, but I think it's also important that, you know, these students can also connect and also manage their own minds and kind of know when to quieten their mind and also just have a bit of rejuvenation for themselves. So I think
there's so much pressure on people at university and schools these days. I mean, I didn't really do well with that kind of thing, but I see young kids like 7, 8 years old. It's like grades, grades, grades. And I also see like parents out there. Please don't be the kind of parent that holds your love back until your kid gets a good grade. You know, love is unconditional. You can't kidnap their love and give it back to them when they've done something good, like get a grade. They may not be great kids, you know. They should give their love anyway. So these university kids, I feel like they're under a lot of pressure.
They are.
But
Definitely.
I feel like it's sometimes coming from the home.
I think it's everything. It's society, it's their own pressure upon themselves. You know, everyone from a young age is told that they've got to get the grades to do well in life generally. But there is, and that's important, but there's also so much more, and it's also the way that they get their grades as well. So making sure they manage their life properly and their time properly. So I think that's why, obviously, we're going to be doing a session and helping them with their meditation and mindfulness.
Yeah, we'll be explaining the difference between mindfulness and meditation. So if you have kids that are at London School of Economics, it's run by the Hindu Society.
Yeah.
And I think all you need to do is get in touch with them.
Yeah, get in touch with them. Or you can get in touch, just comment under this video and we'll tell them that you'll be coming along. If you're a student at LSE, then you'll be more than welcome to come. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so the London School of Economics next Wednesday. Janni, thank you. That's a great idea. She says it would be great to get yoga, mindfulness and meditation for primary school kids too. I think that's a fantastic idea. We do have a kids yoga class.
We do.
On what day? Tuesday?
Tuesdays.
I think it's Tuesday
Mondays,
evenings.
I thought it was.
I think it's Tuesdays. But anyway,
okay.
We'll put a note up underneath. I think it's with Sheena.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we are doing it. But getting it more out there is never a bad idea. Meditation and mindfulness for children coming soon. So the LSE thing's going on. The other thing we've been working on a little bit is meditation in the business environment. So we recently done a meditation event for the legal company in Chancery Lane, and went to their meeting. At the end of the meeting, we done meditation for the entire collective for the meeting. So we done a 10-minute meditation. They loved it. We handed out sheets of paper on how to do the meditation, and we're going back again, hopefully in March, to do that. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what is actually going on in the business world with regards to stress. So if you just give me a moment, I'll get something to tell you about. So I've got some statistics to read to you about work-related stress and how important it is for you to get mindfulness and meditation in your business. And obviously, we can help you, but any yoga school or any decent person can help you. Work-related stress, anxiety and depression statistics in Great Britain in 2014 and 15 for Health and Safety Executive, from the Health and Safety Executive, which has used figures from the labour force study, tell us this. The number of cases of work-related stress, depression or anxiety in 2014-15 was nearly 500,000 cases, 440,000. Almost half of those cases were new cases appearing that year. So it's growing almost 100% every year. It's really, really heavy stuff. The total number of working days lost due to this condition in 2014-15, the total number of days lost to it was
9.9 million days.
9.9 million days was lost due to stress in 2014-15. Right? That's a hell of a lot. This equated to 23 days lost per case. So 23 days lost per person that was going through stress. That's a hell of a lot of money for any business, and also a hell of a lot of strain on the other people in the company. This is work-related stress. In 2014-15, stress accounted for 35% of all work-related ill health cases and 43% of all working days lost due to ill health. So ill health in the workplace, 43% of it was stress. Okay, so if you don't see a reason for having meditation, mindfulness and yoga in your office, I don't know what more rationale you need. In a Deloitte study in New York in 2016 September, surveyed 23,000 working adults, and over 1/4, 28% of them reported that they always or often suffered from stress. That's 1/4 of the workforce suffering from stress. And more than half of them said they were stressed at least some of the time. So, you know, it's a big problem, right?
It is, absolutely.
I mean, you've worked in the corporate world, you know what it's like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've always got kind of deadlines, you've got multiple projects on, you've got to manage so much, and absolutely stress is a big factor in the corporate world. So if you guys know anyone who needs this in their workplace, then absolutely just give us a shout or contact any yoga teacher, they'll be able to help.
Okay, there's actually a good stress and a bad stress.
Yeah.
Right? So like there's a healthy level of stress, which is, and I describe it like a guitar string. If you get a guitar, you've got to tighten the string at the top. And if you tighten it too much, it doesn't play well. But if you tighten it too little, it also doesn't play well.
Yeah.
So there's a perfect level of stress that we can get to in our life where our instrument is working perfectly, our mind, our body, our being.
Yeah.
And if you don't do enough, you don't hit your height. But if you do too much, you break. So, you know, it's about finding the right amount of stress.
Absolutely.
Do you agree? Do you think
Yeah, definitely. I really like that
analogy,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's good.
So let us help you with that. If you need any help, we've got plenty of great teachers as well who can come out to your workplace and help you out with stress. We have also got something going on, which is our course.
Yes.
So we've got a course starting on May the 14th, which is the Chikri Gold Yoga Teacher Training course, which you've heard about. We've got 5 or 6 places left. We're doing the final interviews now. I would look at this as not being a course to start teaching yoga. How would you describe it? Now you've done it.
Yeah,
Meg's
so
actually done
I
it.
did the last round. I would probably say if you want to increase your knowledge, increase your technical know-how, really understand yoga from a deeper level, so really understanding everything from different pranayama techniques, breathing techniques, different meditation techniques, And also just understanding a bit about life as well. Well, a lot about life, because we cover the 5 yamas and 5 niyamas and really look at each of them, which are basically the 10 codes of conduct almost, on a personal level and a social level as well. So I took away so much from this course, really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and even just how I related to myself and to things that I did in my day-to-day as well.
I think as much as anything else, yoga is a subject of personal development from a spiritual angle. It's like looking at how you can improve your life and yourself from a spiritual angle. We can go and find personal development courses all over the place, but a lot of it is going to be intellectual, it's going to be ideas, practices, techniques, but yoga is going to develop you personally from a spiritual angle as well as everything else. So we have souls inside ourselves, and the best part of ourself is our soul. Our soul contains all our happiness, all our peace, all our wisdom, all our energy, and all our love. And what this course will help you to do is to find that place and to start to live from it. Don't you think that's a great idea?
Perfect idea. Brilliant idea. Definitely.
So we'd encourage anyone who's even slightly interested to come forward and give us a phone call.
Yep.
Naika and I will happily talk to you. Mitti and Mehul are also the teachers, will happily talk to you. And we do this for the love. So hopefully these 5 or 6 places that are left will get filled with the right people. And just let us know. Again, we start on May the 14th. So there's still a little bit of time to go. So let us know. What else can we tell you about? Yeah, just continue to follow us on social media. There's a great thing called Instagram Stories where we daily put out little posts, some nuggets of information, some fun and stuff for you to get to know Chikru Yoga. Follow us there on our social media channels all over. And maybe we'll just leave you, if there's anything else I've missed out.
So the Nehru video.
Oh yeah, so in December I done a talk at the Nehru Centre. The Nehru Centre is the cultural wing of the Indian High Commission. And we done a talk there on unlocking the secrets of meditation. So if anyone is really interested in meditation, not just the kind of things that, thank you Andrew, not just the kind of things that are obvious like the techniques, but the secrets of meditation, the very subtle ones, I implore you to watch this video, because it's not often that I get a chance to really be real about meditation and tell you exactly what's going on and give you the shortcuts to meditation. So that day was a day that I was able to really express it, and I talked for about an hour and a half on these secrets of meditation. And trust me, when I say secrets, it's not a commercial thing, it's the truth. It's the real things that you need to know to get your meditations amazing quickly. We will put a link to it in the accompanying newsletter, and maybe we'll put it underneath this thing that comes up on Facebook Live so you can see it. But, guys, watch it. It doesn't cost you anything to watch it. I'm just asking for 90 minutes of your time and asking you to trust me that when I say watch something, there's going to be depth behind it, because I'm not going to BS through it. I'm going to tell you what's real. Nick, have you got some more quotes on love since it's Valentine's Day?
Yep, so love is the only source and therefore the only measure of a person's power.
Love is the only source and the only measure of a person's power. So what do you think that means?
I think it probably means that love is where we've all come from, and therefore it's the true meaning of power. If we can love people even given regardless of circumstances or anything, then it really shows how connected we are to our true nature and our soul. So
a person, you're saying a person's power is based on their ability to love, because love is what we are.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, it's about not responding from the ego, which would always go towards kind of hate or other negative kind of emotions. But
that's so interesting, right?
Truly loving, I guess, is from the soul.
Imagine if a rich person was someone that was able to love anybody. If wealth was love, that would be amazing, right?
That would be amazing.
But I think if you look back in history, the people that we respect the most, you know, the prophets, the saints, the demigods, the avatars, I guess they were truly loving people, right?
Absolutely.
The people, even, I suppose even some of the artists that we really respect, like Michael Jackson or Prince, or, you know, people that made an effort to show love through their work, we respect them. The Jesuses, the Gandhis, the Martin Luther Kings, they were truly loving people. So it's true, isn't it? Because we forget all the rich kings that were, you know, just greedy and didn't do a lot with their wealth, but we really touched and we remember those who loved. Even rich people that were charitable, we remember that and we think, wow, that's powerful. And also, personally, I think when you can forgive somebody, it shows like you just go to another level in people's estimations of you. When you've done something, someone does something wrong to you, imagine someone does something really bad to you and you forgive them. Or when you hear about someone forgiving someone who's done something bad,
Definitely.
don't you just think, wow?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's right. I think love is the real power. So again, coming back to Valentine's Day, you know, increase the ability to forgive people on Valentine's Day. That's another one, right? Why not look at Valentine's Day as a time to forgive?
Absolutely.
Let's do one more and then we'll leave everybody alone.
Okay. When we do things for anything but love, eventually we receive anything but love.
When we do things for anything but love, eventually we
Receive
anything but love.
but love.
So if you're doing things without a sense of love, then eventually you'll receive no sense of love. But I guess the opposite applies, right? When you do things persistently with a sense of love, then eventually you receive
Yeah.
love back. So regardless of anything, always give. Raki's just come up there. She says there are a million questions, but only one answer. Raki, what is it? Love. She loves that one. So she's saying there are a million questions, but there's only one answer, love. And do you want to explain it or shall I?
You go for it.
Well, I just think like whenever I'm puzzled by what to do next in life and I'm stuck for what to do, I just go, all right, I'm just going to love or forgive or give or something, because it always provides an answer. So like no matter how complicated and detailed the question is, if you just give people love in return, it sorts it out. It's so powerful. No one can resist love. They can't resist it, right? It's such a force. Like, have you tried loving someone who's angry at you?
Probably.
It destroys them. It destroys them. When someone's angry, if you keep smiling and love them and hug them and tell them, I'm listening to you, but I'm going to give you a hug anyway. Is that okay?
Yeah.
It really annoys them, and eventually they just smile.
Well, I'm thinking about the kind of child-parent relationship, because often if a parent might be slightly kind of annoyed or anything with the child, but then they can't resist, then the child is just so amazing and
Love
loving.
melts.
Yeah.
Love melts. You know, there's another thing I say, which is the first thing you add to any situation is love. Just make sure when you approach a situation, give love. So look, we won't take up any more of your time. Thank you for watching this far. Remember, final point, Valentine's Day. Love to all, love to God, love to nature, love to your family, love to the animals, love to everybody, not just about your partners. Really broaden that love out on that day and every day.
Yeah, every day.
Thank you from me, and
Thank you from me.
thank you from the whole of Chikri, and we hope to see you at a class or somewhere soon, and we'll see you on the next newsletter in March. Take care.
Bye.
Namaste. God bless.
Namaste.